And so you have to make efforts to get people together, people who have stature, who have good intentions and goodwill, because we can't see all of our urban areas when there's trouble go up in flames. So it's about pulling people together. That's how you get legislation passed in Congress. You start pulling people together. You can't get things done when all you're doing is yelling and screaming at people and dividing people and calling names. You have to have respect. Even if you don't agree with somebody, respect them. That's the way we do it in our families, isn't it? Except for old Uncle Joe, we don't talk to him anymore, do we? But in all seriousness, that's how it works. Communication, unity, not division. Because division separates us, makes us angry. And you remember that young man there, president of the student body, get people together, don't pull them apart when you get to be a big schmo. And when you get to be important, would you remember me, please? Okay. Yeah. No, it's not acceptable. Let's just run over them, you know. Look, I mean, the fact is that any of these major things, the gentleman asked about Social Security. If you don't have people in both parties supporting it, you can't get this stuff done. Because everybody will be demagogued and things will be blocked. All of my lifetime, I've worked with people in the other party. It doesn't mean I have to agree with them, but there's many things upon which we can reach agreement. And I have never been a person to say that I disrespect the other party or I'm not interested in your ideas. This is not the way you behave. So how do you think I got the budget balance working with Clinton?
I know your record. I just
Oh, you just wanted to hear me repeat this and make me work harder. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. No. But that, yeah. Look, I mean, part of it is it's not good where we are. We cannot be demonizing people who don't think the way that we think, who have legitimate thoughts. You know, somebody who's a Democrat, who's a liberal, so what? They have a right to be heard. We don't have to do what they want. But there's many things where we can agree with people. I'll give you one good example. Nobody in America should be bankrupted because they have a pre-existing health condition. I don't care if you're a Republican, a Democrat, a Martian. Who would disagree with that? So let's figure out how we would do it. I think most people now know that the corporate taxes are too high in America. I think they know that. I mean, it's just we're so high. So that means that we're going to lose jobs or not have investment. That's not really, you know, that's one that people can pretty much agree upon. How we get it done, that's another story. But we don't need to be, you know, just, I try never to lose my patience when it comes to people that don't agree with me.
I know how to do it. It just takes leadership. And you worry about Republicans and Democrats fighting, you don't have to worry about if I'm president. Because I've gotten Republicans and Democrats to work together all of my lifetime to fix problems. And you know how you do it sometimes? You grab them right here and you say, you didn't come here to take up space. You came here to improve people's lives. Are you with me? And they never say no. They never say no. They always say yes. So, you know, I have to tell you, for the last, whatever this is, 40-some, 50 days, whatever we have left, I'm not into loud statements. I'm not into banging my fist on a table. I'm not into dividing and calling names. I'm not. I'm only into fixing the country. Soon after this issue in Cleveland with the officer on the hood of the car, a number of the debate, I said, you know, we need to come together. Coming together doesn't mean I give up what I believe. It doesn't mean that. It just means that I give a little bit. Democrats were in the White House when I was, when I negotiated the balanced budget agreement, and we got there. Well, look, when we were in the majority, and how are you going to handle the Democrats? Treat them with respect. Pull them with you along the way. Remember, when we balanced the budget, when I was in Washington, I had to negotiate the whole agreement with the Democrats. Bill Clinton was president, and we got it done. And it led to almost a projected $5 trillion surplus after we balanced the budget 4 years in a row and paid down $500 billion of the national debt. I mean, you didn't know that. Can you believe that? But that's actually what happened. So, you know, with Democrats, they're not always going to agree with you, but you can't demonize them, and you try to pull them in. See, in my mind, everything is not a war between Republicans and Democrats. Okay, that's not the way I think about things. The way I think about things is we're there to do a job, and just because I might disagree with you on 9 things, the 10th thing I may agree with you on. By the way, my dad was a Democrat. Did I say that earlier? Yeah, you get tired when you're doing all these things, you know, repeating myself, or I'm getting older, right? My whole family was, you know, my uncles, they were all Democrats, you know, and so what? You know, so I don't kind of look at things from the lens. I'm a Republican and I'm a conservative, but, you know, I don't think about things like red and blue, Patriots and Steelers. I don't think that way. That may be coming, by the way. I mean, I got my people looking at, because come 2030, that decade, if we don't get this going quickly, the benefits would be significantly cut. And we can't do that. So we got to get going. Now, in order to get that done, you're never going to do this with just Republicans. You're going to have to do it together, because the level of demagoguery will rise so high. See, back when I was negotiating the budget, we changed Medicare and Medicaid. You didn't hear anything. When Reagan worked with Tip O'Neill in the early 80s to fix Social Security, there were no political or partisan attacks. You have to have both parties working together on an issue that's as explosive as that, because if you don't, I'm not sure you'll get it done. That's why you just can't pound your fist and yell and scream and call them all the worst things you can think of. I don't agree with them on many things, but I'm not going to poison the wells of which we all have to drink. Do you like that as an independent? I didn't make that up. That's how I feel. Yes, sir.